How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I want to tell you an urgent warning here today because there's some things I'm seeing in the market that I don't like. Now, I'll be honest, it's not with the prices of cryptocurrency because I think crypto over the long term will do really, really well. But there are a couple things that I think you have to pay attention to because they are so toxic and could be so bad for you long term that you have to pay attention to them now because they're really coming out with the recent dip in the market. Now, if you guys like this kind of content, if you guys like crypto or stocks, please hit the like button. It helps push this video out to more people. Also, consider subscribing if you haven't done that already. I think this is going to be very valuable and it's something that a lot of people need to hear. Now, recently, we saw this piece of news. Bitcoin current holders are new with 55% getting in this year. Now, part of this is because we're having a fantastic year and a lot of people are interested in buying assets that are doing well. They maybe heard about it for the first time and now understand why it is so important. But we see Bitcoin's users almost doubling every single year. So this is pretty average. And with this, a lot of people are getting into the cryptocurrency space and they're maybe not used to this volatility, right? Some people have never invested ever, and some are investing for the first time in crypto. So it's a variety of different situations, people with different amounts of money. But with this, there are a lot of people that are being a little bit nasty because we've seen a little bit of a dip recently. Now, for people that have been around the block, this dip, a 23% dip over 30 days is nothing. You know, some cryptos aren't dipping as much, but some are dipping way more, 50, 60, 70, 80% very recently. And we're still in a bull run. So it's not going to get easier than it is right now. Like, we will see bigger dips in this most likely at some point in the future. And I'm getting comments like this. This is on one of my recent videos. I hope you lose everything. If someone wants to sue him, please DM me. And I honestly didn't even know why someone would say that. And this isn't me just saying, hey, like, woe is me, I'm getting a hard time about something. But I think some people are just getting very upset and a little bit frantic because I was talking about why crypto and stocks were dumping. And I was talking about what I was buying. And some people think that, influencers have all the answers. We, along with everyone else, are just trying to figure out what's happening and then figure out the best course of action. So that is one thing you have to pay attention to. So why are people getting so frantic right now in the market? Well, first of all, we have people that are just not well diversified, right? We have people that are putting all their money into crypto for the first time. Like I said, a lot of investors are new investors. Now, one thing that I think you have to be careful of, because I've heard a lot of people that are kind of doing this, they are investing with a very small amount of money. Now, if you don't have a lot of money, that's fine, right? I suggest everyone invest or pay off debt with whatever money they can. But a lot of people are focusing on how to invest maybe $10, $20, $50. And I think these types of people that maybe are very early on in their investing journey also need to focus on how to increase your income. Now, I'm not going to spend much time on this because there are other things I want to talk about, but these people need to also focus on increasing their income. I've had people that have asked me like, hey, how do I invest this $10? Well, honestly, instead of thinking about how to invest $10, you should figure out how you can make $10, because if you get a 20% return on $10, that is double what almost everyone else does typically, just based on the history of the stock market. But if you figure out how to go and make $3, you've already made more money and it probably spent less time and there's less risk in it. Cryptocurrencies are one of the best investments I think you can make over the coming years. So a lot of people think that if they invest wisely, they'll get 1,000 or 2,000x returns in crypto. And while that was true at some points in the past, like we all heard about the Shiba person that put $7,000 or $8,000 in and got $6 billion worth out of Shiba Inu, that is the exception, right? You don't hear about 10 different people that made billions from Shiba Inu. You hear about one person. And a lot of people have been investing and been rug pulled. A lot of people are investing and they're just going for a home run, when if they buy a solid cryptocurrency, they can still see 10, 20, 30x over the coming years and take a lot of risk off the table, right? I would much rather have a 80 or 90% chance at a 30x than a 0.000001 chance at a billionx, right? I don't need that much money. I just want to get a great return that will outpace everything else and have that I don't want to say guaranteed, but much more likely, right? So Bitcoin, Ethereum, some of the top cryptos will actually do really well over the coming years, especially compared to other asset classes. And diversifying even in the different cryptos will be big, right? I see so many people that buy, 2 or 3 different really hyped up coins and they're down 80, 90% and they want to know whether they should keep on buying them. And I say, try to diversify, stay towards the top of the list. If you feel comfortable after researching and you want to go down the line into some smaller cap cryptocurrencies, that's great. But if you're investing all your money into the 4,000th largest cryptocurrency thinking it's going to go up significantly, you're not going to make it. One other thing is a lot of people are looking at the price of cryptos and not necessarily the market cap. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I've had several people this week that are actually in my Patreon that have asked me if I knew any good cryptos that were under a cent, because they want it to be something, they want to see like a 100x on it if it goes up to $1. The amount that a crypto costs does not matter. What you really want to look at is the market cap. So yes, if a crypto's around $1 or $2, some people will buy it just because they think it will go up higher, just like the people that are asking me this. But if you are an investor that knows a lot about cryptos and the stock market, you know that the market cap is what's really important, right? Cardano is not 3,000 times cheaper than Ethereum. It's only about 10 times cheaper. You have to look at the market cap. So there are just a lot more Cardano tokens than there are Ethereum tokens. So that's something else that newer investors really need to know. One other thing is, if you're getting stressed out at this, if you're getting stressed out at the market, which I know a lot of people are, I mean, I get stressed out sometimes too. Some of us have a ton of money, some of us have less money, but no matter where you are, it's stressful when assets go down in price. And if you're getting really stressed, it might be because you're not diversified enough, which is why I always talk about maybe keeping some money in cash just in case, right? So I have some money on BlockFi, some in stablecoin, some in cryptocurrencies, but having some cash on the sidelines that pays you interest, I think is really important. That is just one thing you can do to help out. So you can buy the dips. You actually have money to buy the dips. And a lot of people don't have that. They say that they're all out of money because they're going too heavy on dips, or maybe they're just not making enough money regularly to invest. One other way that you can diversify is buying stocks. So there is a link underneath the video to Moomoo, which will actually pay you some free stock. So I use Moomoo. This is a newer app to me, but they're giving away some awesome stuff. So you can actually win a Quest 2, an Oculus Quest 2. You can also win an iPhone 13 Pro, and you can own a share of G Pro. So they're giving away a lot of different items with the Christmas season coming up. They're also giving away 5 free stocks depending on how much you actually invest. And if you deposit money, you do get a couple free stocks. If you deposit a couple $1,000s, then you get these 5 free stocks. So if you guys want, there is a link underneath the video to this. They have level 2 market data. They have short selling information daily. They have free trades for people in the US. So definitely check it out underneath the video. But that is another way to diversify. Now, overall, I will be doing another video here today that's actually on the crypto market, but I think this is an urgent warning to newer investors, right? You need to stay level-headed. So overall, I didn't want to cause a lot of fear or uncertainty or doubt in crypto because I think cryptos will be one of the best investments you can make, but they're not going to be the best investment that you can make if you freak out when it falls 20, 30, 40% because you were following bad habits. Now, I realize some people can't go out and make more money depending on where you're at, your circumstances, but I think the majority of people can. It's just that it's not as much fun as trying to find the next 1,000 or 10,000x